Upside mover of the morning is going to be Knight Swift Transportation. A big surge for the trucking company with shares up almost 10%. JPM takes its sell rating off the stock today. They upgrade to hold. They boost the target to 57. Stock gaining back a lot of what it lost in just the last 3 months. Shares were down nearly 20% over that period as the transports have been all over the map.
Yeah, mostly weaker for the week, but ending on a high note here. Note from RBC's desk grabbing our attention this morning. The bank says that the hype over GLP-1 drugs, like from companies from Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly, is overblown and having an outsized effect on packaged foods. They break down a number of reasons from low retention to high insurance costs, but also take a look at past fads that fell by the wayside, from Amazon's feared grocery takeover with Whole Foods to Beyond Meat's, remember that, bloated valuation. Joining us now to break down his call, RBC Capital Markets' Nick Modi. Why do you put this in those categories, Nick?
Well, the point we're trying to make is that this happens quite a bit. I could have probably given a lot more examples. But the reality is when you look at the valuations of these stocks, right, the staple sector typically trades at a 10 to 12% premium to the overall market. And today they're trading at a 3% discount. Now, granted, we've been very cautious on the space, mainly because of macros, right, putting pressure on volume recovery, putting pressure on pricing and promotional activity. But at some point, as stock analysts, we have to say enough is enough. We think we've kind of reached the bottom. And when you really think about some of the real world application of what's going on with consumers and these drugs, I think the market is just pricing in something that is a lot more onerous, right? And the reality is our biotech analyst, Brian Abrams, did a great piece yesterday talking about how the real world interaction with these drugs is less than what we saw in the clinical studies. Right. And I think what a lot of investors are doing is using the clinical data and output as a benchmark on how the overall impact would be. But we're seeing something very different in the real world.
Does that mean, Nick, that your favorites right now are centered within food, within beverage, or maybe just relying back on some of the things that have happened in beauty?
Yeah, Carl, we've been very cautious on packaged food space for most of the year, and we remain so outside of Hershey. It's the only outperform rated name that we have, in addition to Utz, which is a snacking company, which we recently initiated on. So those would be the two names that we have outperforms that I think would benefit from a abating headwind from this topic. But we've always been very, very bullish on the beverage space within our coverage since the beginning of the year. So Constellation Brands has been impacted, Coca-Cola, even Keurig Dr. Pepper, and Duckhorn, which is a wine company, because some of the beverage alcohol names have been affected by this theme.
Because anyone you talk to on these drugs, Nick, say that they drink less, they don't crave sugar, they don't eat as much. I mean, that doesn't bode well for these companies.
Yeah, and it's a great point, Sarah. And the point that we've tried to make is, first of all, it's a very small percentage of the population right now. So, for those that believe there's an impact today coming from these drugs, I really don't know how you can make that math work. I understand that people that are on the drug are eating less and maybe eating better, but it's still a very small proportion. And then if you go to the kind of real world applicability, the weight loss is half as much as what you saw in the clinical studies, and only a third of consumers are on the drug after 1 year because of the side effects and the cost. So we just have to. What I'm trying to do is just inject a little bit of balance and realism into the debate, because I have, over my 20 years of being on the sell side, I have seen this happen many, many times, and it's created such dislocation that it would be kind of a shame and a missed opportunity not to take advantage of it when you think out the next 6 to 12 months.